Hello everyone, this is Chip from NephilimGaming.com, and today we'll be talking about the Black Lion Trading Company and specifically the Trading Post. Now, one of the cool things that I want to show you before we get into the Trading Post is if you go to your inventory, you'll see here that you can actually sell items straight from your inventory no matter where you are in the world, right to the Trading Post. Right here you see sell at Trading Post. And this is going to show us what the highest buyers with buy orders out there. There's one buyer here who wants 100 of these, and he is paying 14 copper per copper ore. So I could sell straight to him if I wanted to, and I would get 14 copper pieces for each of my 3 pieces of copper ore. I could set my own price and sell. I could match the lowest seller, which you can see here. There are 12 sellers and the lowest unit price is 20 copper, which would give me 60 copper if it was purchased. But I'm just going to go ahead and sell it for the 42 copper, this guy, so I can get my money right now. So now, where did my money go? If you go to the pickup tab here, you'll see not only things that I have set buy orders for, some kidney beans and chili peppers that people have sold to me, but here's where my money is. And I do have to go to the trading company to actually pick that up. I have to go to an auction house NPC. But I can sell it from anywhere. Now, this is where we find it, the Black Lion Trading Company. And this is also where the gem store is, which is the way that we use real money to purchase items in game. But we can trade gems for in-game gold and vice versa. Then this is the Trading Post tab. You'll see the top valued items and some of the top items that are being traded in. And these are items that are in our inventory that we could sell on the trading company right now. Now let's take a look at these Vital Chain boots. This is an item I crafted myself. You can see no one has a buy order for them because the meat highest buyer section is grayed out, as we can see. I could match the lowest seller. There's one person selling it for 5 silver. Or I could set my own for 10 silver. But I'm going to go ahead and match the lowest seller because otherwise no one's going to purchase mine until his gets purchased. You can see I say one listed for 5 silver. If I go down here to my transactions, I can see things that I'm selling. I'm selling these tiny fangs here for 4 copper a piece. There's 3 of them. And these are the Vital Chain boots that I just posted, and you can see that it's set for 5 silver. I could remove them if I wanted to change my mind. We'll go back to the Trading Post. This is where we can type in a search value. So let's say we wanted to find some mushrooms. Okay, so we put in our search string, we put in mush, and you can see this is the list of everything that's got mush in it. And these are some recipes, some things that are made with mushrooms. I just want the base mushrooms. And there. Now we're on the mushroom tab. We can see that there are currently 60 available at 2 copper per mushroom. So we could purchase them directly if we wanted to. And I could say, alright, here, I want 10. And I'm going to go ahead and buy them at 2 apiece, and then you can see the total would be 20 copper. Or I could place a custom buy order. If I said, you know what, I just want to pay 1 copper. I don't need 2 copper. So I go in here and I say, I'm going to set this to 1 copper. Now, this gives me a warning. This is below the vendor value. If someone were to sell mushrooms to an NPC vendor, they would get more than 1 copper. So it's actually not going to let me place this order. And you can see here, I set the quantity that I need to be 15, which would mean it would be a total of 15 copper. But because it's still below the vendor value, it's not going to let me place that order. So you actually can't sell items on the auction house for less than you can get for vendoring them. So the best I can do here is say, alright, I'm going to set it up for 2 copper, which is going to cost me 30. And now it'll let me place the order, as you can see. Of course, if you remember, if we go back to the price of our mushroom on the trading post, you know, if I were just going to pay 2 copper for them, I don't need to set a buy order. I could just buy them right now because there are 60 available at 2 copper. So that would be silly. Let's take a look at rawhide leather scraps instead. can go on here, can search for rawhide. You can see all the different types of rawhide items. We go to rawhide leather scraps, and there are 83 available at 10 copper apiece. Now, that's kind of ridiculous, so let's try setting up a custom order. Now, I can already see that there are a couple of orders here. Someone's ordered 1,268 at 3 copper apiece. Someone's ordered 50 at 4 copper apiece. So if I want to beat these guys out, if I want my order to be filled first, I'm going to have to set this for higher. So I'm going to set it for 5 copper. And then I'm going to say, all right, I need 10. And you'll see that if the total is 50, I can place the order. Now mine's at the top. Mine's going to get filled first because anyone who sells rawhide leather from their inventory is going to get, you know, the first 10 they sell, they're going to get 5 copper for, and it's going to go to me. Now, obviously, I don't want to sell my own rawhide leather to myself, but just as an example, we can now see that there are 10 here, the highest buyer at 5, which is me. That's the buy order I just set. So if I were going to sell to myself, I could sell these 5 of my 25, fill that order and get 50. Now let's go back to the trading post and see if anyone has actually sold any rawhide leather scraps to me, because the thing about the trading post is that it's not just for your server. Every server in the entire game is trading on the exact same auction house. And you can see I've already purchased, and just in this short amount of time, I've already purchased 3 rawhide leather scraps. And this is due to the high supply. Oh, here's another 2. And that's it for the Blackline Trading Company. Thanks for checking out NephilimGaming.com, and please come back for all of your Guild Wars 2 video gaming needs.